I believe it's January 18th, something like that right now. Not sure. But we are here in the East Coast. Playoffs are, NFL playoffs are becoming a big thing, like it always does around this time of the year. Politics is a big thing. We have a conflict over in Iran, conflict over in Israel, conflict with Russia and Ukraine. World politics going crazy, trying to expand. We have we're here in the U.S. and we have Trump wanting to buy and or threaten to take Greenland. He overthrew Venezuela because Maduro, the dictator of Venezuela, is actually, we can say he's a drug lord, right? For South America and Central America and Mexico. We also have riots out here going on in Minnesota. We have killings in Chicago. We have killings all over the U.S. Mass killings every month, mass shootings, gang against gang. We have the church against itself as well too. There's so many denominations. Um, we have religion against religion. We have people liking what Trump is doing, people hating what Trump is doing, people wishing that somebody else was in power, people wishing they could impeach him, Trump wishing that he could stop all the hate talk, all the hate press, all the fake press. We got weather going crazy, and a little bit of everything is going on right now. Needless to say, that February 9th, I believe is the 9th, right? The Super Bowl. Well, watch February 8th and February 9th. So we're gonna talk about Bad Bunny right now. Bad Bunny will be in the Grammys, loved and basically showered flowers at, money, fame, glory. When he was when it was announced a few months back that Bad Bunny would be the halftime show performer, a lot of people were happy, a lot of people were mad, a lot of people were disgusted. The Republican Party came out and said a couple of things about him. The Democratic Party came out and on his behalf and said other things as well. But now, January now, 2026, and long quiet months, right? A couple of long quiet months about the Super Bowl and its halftime. Like I started the live, the playoffs, getting to the end, right? We got 2 more games left for the Super Bowl. We'll know who the Super Bowl teams are going to be. There's a lot going on, a lot marinating in the air, and let's just get ready and see what happens February 8th at the Grammys, because he will be asked about the halftime show, and I don't think he'll give too much information on that. But I believe that it will be, the performance, it will be sexual, will be demonic. Let's not the fact that Bad Bunny likes men, right? That he will probably a very high percentage, he'll have another man and he will tongue him down again. Again, I'm not judging, I'm not here to judge, I'm just here to proclaim a truth, to say what it is that these people do and how it is that they act for reasons, for money, for fame, for glory, because the hype of whatever community it may be, it doesn't matter. But we need to remember that a lot of these things coincide with each other, right? There's a lot of things that happen and end up in the limelight because the government wants it to come to the limelight, right? To cover other things that are actually going on and actually have meaning behind it. So let's be real with the fact that we're gonna see a lot of things happen come February 8th, February 9th. In the Grammys, watch the Grammys and watch the Super Bowl. Watch how Bad Bunny is gonna bring in different artists into the show with him. Watch how you're gonna see a power play move because of him. Watch how um demonic forces are gonna come in and take over a lot of aspects of music in 2026. And I already spoke about it December 28th, that the political view, the political atmosphere, the political ground, right? Whatever that is, that has to do with politics here in the US, it's gonna overshadow and overtake so many other aspects of basically anything else that happens in the world. You're gonna see that I said it. I said it because these things are foreseeable. You can see a lot of things and know what's gonna happen. Know how what goes around comes around, and what happened happens again. This is just the way the world is set up. Hi to everybody. So the world is set up in such a complex way that you can foretell it. There's a foreshadow of things that happen that will happen again. And we are in the times here in the US that there's gonna be a big civil war. It's you could say it's happening right now, but it's really not that big. You have it in one state. The fact that one artist can raise up an army in such a way and make it seem, or make it um as bad as they want to make it, right? Again, I'm from Puerto Rican descent too. I was born in Puerto Rico. I've seen how Bad Bunny has grown up even before he was signed, because I used to listen to that trash music, right? I used to be an artist myself. Um, and to be in that industry and see the power that it can make you feel like you have, and the power that it does give you, and it brings women, it brings alcohol, it brings weed, it brings money, it brings trips, it brings other women, it brings other people, it brings other fame, it brings things that you don't even seem to understand what's going on while it's happening, and it's all so fast that it gets scary, but you don't care because the power, the fame, and the glory that people give you and people feel like you have, and you don't have any of it for yourself. We don't have any self-glory. We don't have any self-power. We have a self-will, but that self-will doesn't coincide with the will of God in your life. You understand what I'm saying? So because it doesn't coincide with the will of God in your life, it could be manageable. You can try to manage it and maneuver it, but it's not gonna be fulfilling. You understand what I'm saying? Every artist, you would hear every artist sometime in their career talk about, I don't feel fulfilled. Money's not doing it. The women aren't doing it. The house isn't doing it. The Lamborghini isn't doing it. The mansions aren't doing it. The contracts aren't doing it. I feel still. I feel like I'm stuck between a hard place and a wall. I feel as if though this isn't progressing my life. This isn't filling me. This isn't fulfilling me. So many have said it, and I will say it again. The world has nothing for you. Okay? It's only a momentarily kind of high. And we all want people to like us. We all want people to resonate with us. We all want people, if you make music, to listen to your music, to listen to, because really, an artist is making music because they have a story to tell. They have a story to tell. So they tell a story. Once, as soon as they see that they have the glory and the fame seems to, once the fame seems to appear, that's when you lose yourself. That's why people say, oh, he sold his soul. You can't sell something that is not yours. You can't. It's not a real thing. It's not yours. You can't sell it. So they lie to the public. They start making music that they never thought they could make. Oh man, I wrote that song and I don't even know where that song came from. I was high while I did it. You understand what I was drunk while I did it. I was on ecstasy while I did it. I did this. I was on Molly. I was on shrooms when I wrote that. And it was my biggest hit. It made me 10 million in one day. You understand what I'm saying? So, this is all to say this. Bad Bunny can be a great person in such a great way. A lot of people love him. His music coincides with a lot of people. I get it. I understand it. Hey, what's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? Hope y'all all having a great day. Share this, like this, subscribe to my channel. A lot of people love what he is doing and what he resembles, or what he is trying to communicate to everybody. I get it. I understand. Like I said, I'm of Puerto Rican descent. I'm not hating on the guy, but I'm talking about the guy because the guy is being talked to by so many other men and so many other people to come out of the bondage, to come out of the filth, the filthiness that he's in, the filthiness that he's done. Everything that he's trying to proclaim and everything that he's trying to uprise is goes against the nature of God. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm not here to say, oh, you got to be a Christian and you got to sing kumbaya. No, nobody's like that. Nobody's perfect. We all come from a falling past. We all come from faults. We all come from discomfort. We all come from a place of darkness. I get it. I get it. I get it. But don't you all feel like there can be something better in front of you? Something that can actually fill people up, with something true, something real, something that will fill you up in such a way that can coincide with people that have been looking for somebody that can make them feel like, stay still for a while. Let me talk to you about this person that did this and did that, but ended up a better person than they thought they could be. And why did they end up that way? Who helped them? How did they help them? Where did they help them? And when did this happen? So I'll tell this to tell people to, we're not perfect. We're never going to be perfect. But you can pick up a Bible and read the word of a man that was perfect, that actually did the right thing. And not because he felt like he could, but he felt like you could, by showing you the way, being the blueprint, right? We're here just talking about, a little bit of everything. We're talking about Bad Bunny, music, the world, politics, God, Jesus, the Bible. Everything is relatable. Why is everything relatable? Because we gotta respect the fact that we didn't just appear out of nowhere. You know what I mean? Humans did not just appear out of nowhere. We were never monkeys. We were never apes. That did not happen. How is it that right? We evolved to be the human, or the human man or the human woman that we are now, but monkeys are still roaming the world. Oh, well, the DNA, that has nothing to do with any of that. They don't have the same chromosomes. Therefore, they weren't. God didn't create them in the likeness of him. He created them in the likeness of them to make them separate from us. Again, there's a lot of things going on. I just want you guys really to pay attention to the significance of Bad Bunny's performance during the halftime show next Sunday. If I'm wrong, okay. But watch how he is going to bring certain people into the mix of it. Watch the small little speech that he's going to talk about. Listen to who he mentions. And then let's see how his career goes after that. I guarantee you his career will not fall. His career will actually get bigger. More fans, more love, more pride, more this, more money, more fame, more glory. Because that's what people do. People are actually scared to say the truth about a lot of things. That we're not here talking, mocking, saying nothing bad about nobody. We're actually doing it because we feel like these people can do actually a better thing for humanity. Something better, something bigger. Not to say that any group is wrong in such a way, but certain things that have been normalized lately are not normal. I don't hate on nobody. I love everybody. But if I can help you understand why things happen to you in your life and why you feel like you are who you are, and or why you are, it's just a conversation. We can talk. I can help you come to the light of the truth of it, because I've been through a lot. You know how a lot of people say that you can't judge anybody. You can judge someone, right, righteously, if you've been through the same thing they've been through, but somehow you got away from that lie, from that bondage that you were in, that they are in now, and you could help them in the same manner that you were helped. That's righteous judgment. And it's not judging to hate or because you feel better. Actually, what you do is you put yourself behind somebody else. You don't level yourself to that person's standard. No. God took you out of it. And if God took you out of it, you can help them get out of it too. Again, like, share, subscribe. I'm here to talk to you guys about what has been going on. And let's just do it, all right? God bless. Take care.